What's the worst movie you've ever seen? Son of the Mask. I saw it in theaters with my family. After we saw it, we ended up regretting it. It was one of the worst movies I saw. I haven't seen Cats, so I'll say Battlefield Earth. Cats. Way back in the mists of time, Christopher Walken starred in a live-action Puss Boots movie. You really have to see it to understand how awful it is. Probably The Last Airbender. The worst I watched in theaters, at least. Space Jam 2. I wanted to tunnel through the floor from secondhand embarrassment when Porky Pig started rapping. Human Centipede 2. Dragon Ball Evolution Edit Evolution. Troll 2. I adore it 'cause it's just such an epic study in how to fail at literally every aspect of movie making. The soundtrack, camera angles, writing, acting, special effects, lighting, props, makeup and masks. It's just bad at everything. It's the little movie that couldn't. I want to take it home and keep it safe since it clearly can't fend for itself. Showgirls becomes better if you approach it as a commentary at how unsexy Las Vegas is. Suddenly these over-aggressive lap dances and odd diva dancers make sense. Aragon. What an absolute letdown. Dragon Ball Evolution. Holy hell, was it bad? Aragon is a close second. Had some good casting but the effects and the script was terrible. Whatever the mess was the live-action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. What the ever-loving fuck was that movie? After Earth with Will Smith and his son. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I saw one that did something similar. The whole movie, the main character is trying to get his life together and take care of his little sister. At the end he looks less strung out and is going to either meet his dad or go to a job interview. Can't remember which. The World Trade's last scene is just him sitting in a lobby waiting as a plane flies towards the window. Cut to credits. There was no foreshadowing for this whatsoever. I audibly shouted, what the fuck was that? Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 was a disappointment. They basically spoiled all the funny parts in the trailer to lure people in. Monos. The Hands of Fate. It's so bad. Even MST3K commentary doesn't save it. Watching it without them is a whole other ordeal altogether. Any Steven Seagal movie. The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats. But no one saw that. And the reviews. Shocking. I saw one that said, "This is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs." Alright. But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play. Because I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plunking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her own minge. Ricky Gervais. Battlefield Earth. Mrs. Brown's Boys de movie. I don't think I need to elaborate any further. Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Worst movie ever. Jack and Jill. Adam Sandler playing a fraternal male and female set of twins. Friend always had it on and it was the worst thing I ever spent time on. Avatar: The Last Airbender. There is no movie in Ba Sing Se. Anyone remember the Fred movie? That YouTube guy who got a movies. That was shit. His whole deal was over the top BS and it was always hard to watch anyway. I rewatched Master of Disguise a few months ago. Confirmed it was still the worst movie I've seen 20 years later. Ant Farm Dickhole or Rampage. Battlefield Earth. Horrible beyond belief. Fant 4 Stick. The Buttercream Gang. It's like a group of really nerdy religious kids do chores for neighbors for free because they're so swell. Me and my friends made fun of it when one of the moms tried to push it on us. I really did not like Wonder Woman 1984. 50 Shades of Grey. Dumb and Dumber 2. After Earth was one of the few movies I turned off. Even my mom, who watches anything, said to turn it off. Watched a movie called Food Fight and regretted every second of it. It is shitty CG animation of fake food mascots fighting each other. It looks like a solo developer's first attempt at a 3D Unity game. Simply awful all around. Exorcist II: The Heretic was awful. Which is a shame because it probably turned a lot of people off to the excellent Exorcist III. Birdemic. I saw The Master of Disguise in theaters and still think that was probably the worst. Though maybe I'm just not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. Aragon. You all may blessedly be too young to have seen this one. Geely with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. If it had a plot, I never did find it. Good one to put on when you want guests to leave. Fat Guy Goes Nutsoid. I don't remember the plot, but goddamn was it bad. Annabelle? Went to watch it with a group of 7 friends. We all ended up leaving before it even ended. Green Lantern. Dragon Ball Evolution. Boxing Helena. The Happening. Holmes and Watson. Thanksgiving 3 and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey were both absolute train wrecks. Dragon Ball Evolution. If only for how far they stray from the source material. Like, the movie's bad on its own merit, but combine that with the fact that they had 20 years of material to research over and they still managed to get so much wrong is amazing. Human Centipede. No explanation necessary. A Boy and His Dog. I did this as a gag and my wife still won't listen to my recommendations for movies. It's been 10 years. Movie 43. It feels like a producer had some nasty blackmail on some of Hollywood's biggest stars and forced them to make the worst movie possible as a joke. There are bad movies. There are really bad movies. And then there is movie 43. Vivarium. I viscerally hate this movie. Mother with Jennifer Lawrence. I finally saw the Ghostbusters remake a few days ago on TV. I went in with an open mind, figuring that all the hate that it got was just because it had a female cast. Nope. It was the most unfunny, unnecessary, soulless movie I've ever seen. There was nothing good about it. Gone Fishin' starring Joe Pesci, Danny Glover. If it hadn't come out, the worst movie I would have ever seen was probably 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag. X200B. Gaunted. I worked at a movie theater at the time, so I saw nearly everything that came out in 1997. Movie 43. They need to write a book on how they managed to persuade all of these big stars to be in this movie. Terrible. The Rise of Skywalker. Never have I seen writing so horrendous in any movie ever. It Comes at Night. I enjoy movies that are supposed to make you think. Perfect Blue. Blade Runner 2049, etc. But this movie's was so vague that I couldn't get into it. Batman v Superman was horrendous. Matrix Resurrections. The Room. It's so bad that's it's unbelievably good. Snow White and the Huntsman. Ghostbusters 2016. Any straight-to-DVD release from Steven Seagal. Cirque du Freak. The books are fantastic but the movie is so bad. Mother Woman facepalming. Light skin tone. It was an absolute train wreck and I'm still mad over the 2 hours of my life I'll never get back. Storks. We went to the cinema as a family. Doctor Strange wasn't on. Went to see Storks instead. I'll never get that time back again. Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill. Just about each and every Hallmark movie. p.